Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. A little bit boring, but I'm hoping we can make something out of it. It looks difficult. Really tiny area that I want to work with once again. And the rest of it's a piece of shit. Okay, let's see what we have to demo with. We have here a beanie, a Billabong beanie. I found this on the street, so I'll just pick it up and just show it to you folks. So that's our Billabong. It says Billabong, we're interested in mostly that. Haven't washed it. Hopefully they'll wash it for the donations. I'm just going to put it on an angle like so. Drop the dock feeder onto it. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite interesting. The word Billabong, it's got a nice dark blue like surf, like the surfing colour. Move it away from the edge a bit, I do think. Billabong takes me back to when I was a kid. I don't think I ever wore Billabong fashion, but I know I used to love the beach, and I still have a spiritual connection to the surf, even though I haven't swum for shit. It's been more than nearly a decade, or maybe almost a decade since I last went to the beach and had a swim. It's a long time. I'm trying to get in touch with my lost partner Luigi on the 6 o'clock news, and I'm hoping that if I can get on the 6 o'clock news I can find where Luigi is, and hopefully the pair of us can go to the beach together, spend some time enjoying each other's company and splashing around in the water and all that sort of shit. All the fun stuff that we've missed out on being alone and having the past determine our future and definite future and all that sort of shit. All that sort of crap that's all that water under the bridge that has happened since I last saw Luigi back in 1992. So it's been more than 3 decades since the pair of us ever saw each other. We haven't seen each other since. So you can understand how urgent it is for me to get in touch with him, to find where he's gotten to, and to get away, put our pasts behind us. That the pair of us can be reunited and happy and get married. So I'd like to marry this man, folks, Luigi. And I've just blown this right off the page. Shit. But I really miss Luigi and I really long to be with him again. We haven't seen each other, as I said, since 1992, which has been a very, 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 very long time for visits to see each other. And it's really difficult being away from someone you love for so long and not being able to even have a chin wag over the telephone. Really difficult, folks. Yeah, I've got to move it up and across. But I really miss this man, folks. I really wish the pair of us could be reunited ASAP. So I'm trying to get Channel 9 interested. I thought it was going to work years ago. I have worked on this television campaign now for more than a decade, and I'm really surprised that I haven't gone to air sooner, and I haven't had any lucky breaks since I ran into Luigi back then, and that's come up looking better. I do think we'll lift it up further, and that should look good. But basically I'm trying to get in touch with him, and I'm just not getting any help from the channels, the news channels, and I want Channel 9 to be the one that does the most of the lifting. I feel they've got the best coverage and the best of this and the best of that. If only they would come to the party and assist. But I'm not going to lose hope. I do lose hope, to be honest, folks. I do lose hope, but I'm not going to act on it. I'm not acting on it, folks. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to disappear. I know Channel 9 probably wish I'd just fucking fuck up and die or fuck up and disappear, but I'm not going to fuck up and do anything that they want me to do unless I'm not going to let them have their way, folks. I'm going to keep going at this campaign. I'm going to keep working it. Going to keep pushing it. I will. I want to make it I'm going to make this a movement piece, folks. So I'm going to utilise this as our master copy, with the word Billabong emblazoned on it. I do think maybe I might change the hue a bit or do some work on that. But I'm not going to let Channel 9 wear me down by not taking notice of my material. I'm not going to let them, folks. They're not going to get what they want. If they don't like this, it's their fucking problem, because I'm so fucking determined. I'm so desperate to get my work out there. I'm trying to get recognised as a photocopier artist. I'd like to have luxury in my life. I've never had much of an opulent sort of life. I'm disabled, and I don't want to be constantly reminded of what I can't do, which I am, being by myself away from Luigi, dealing with my disability on a daily basis, not having any choices in life to improve things. That come up looking really quite interesting. I do think we can keep it like that because it's like the ocean. Like Billabong represents the ocean. And I'd like to live by the ocean, folks. I'd like to be able to live by the ocean. I don't know what we're doing with this, folks. Oh, I've got it on that. But yeah, I'm not going to let my disability determine who I become and what I do and how I do it. I want to become a famous artist. I want to become someone who can look after themselves, who doesn't have to rely on Centrelink or otherwise known as the taxpayer's purse. I don't want to be reliant on that anymore, and that's come up looking really quite interesting, and I've got the word Billabong emblazoned there, so I think we can use that as our master copy. But basically I I'm 50 years of age and I've never had much of a life, even though I had opportunities back in 1992 when I met Luigi. I made some stupid misjudgments and errors that has led to this, what's happened here, and I'm not going to let it determine my future. I'm not going to let my future be fucked up by my fucked up past. It hurts, folks, what I did, how stupid I was, and how close I came to having a great life, and I just missed the boat. So this is our Billabong original. This is what we're going to utilise as our next master copy. But basically I'm not going to let the past any further determine my future as much as I can avoid it. It's itchy, scratching my ear. I'm going to have to hear that. What do we got here? Just going to do this. Just make it light, really close to the edge. Yeah, so I just haven't had much of a life to live, and it's taken me. I woke up to myself more than a decade ago, just over 12 years ago, and basically I woke up from an existential crisis that lasted more than 21 years, and basically that existential crisis was the what caused the problems I had. And of course, and even before then I got teased and bullied, treated like shit, and that made me think of myself as shit. And I now have to fight it back, what I've lost through all of this. So this is Billabong. And I want to live near a beach. I want to live near the beach, folks, because I love the beach. Even though I haven't surfed in any way since, I think it was 2013, I went for my last swim. I was living at my dad's place, which is in a suburb near the ocean. And yeah, I went there when I was killing some time. Dad's an arsehole, incidentally. I would have liked to have been able to stay at his place instead of having to get social housing and live alone. And I really hate living alone. But my dad's an arsehole. He's a fuckwit. He actually changed the locks on his door so that I wouldn't come in. So he did a good job at locking me out. A bitch. Dad's a dog. He's a wolf. Fuckwit, but you know, I got to let him. That's another thing. I've got to prove my dad wrong, that my photocopier art isn't foolishness. He has no respect for my creative practice. He just likes to throw Roundup all over it, effectively, or weed killer, so to speak. Anyway, that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.